Why do wages stay flat, even when corporate profits reach record highs? It almost feels intentional, like someone is keeping salaries low on purpose. And that mystery has confused workers for decades. The first thing many people assume is that companies simply do not want to share the money. They imagine CEOs in a room deciding to raise prices every year while keeping salaries exactly where they are. Others believe corporations are hiding behind inflation or blaming global competition just to justify not paying more. And on the surface, it all makes sense. If profits go up, wages should go up too. So why do they not move together anymore? The real explanation is less dramatic but far more revealing. For most of the 20th century, wages and productivity grew side by side. When workers produced more value, companies paid more. That connection broke around the late 70s and early 80s. Several forces arrived at the same time, quietly and gradually changing the entire structure of the economy. The first was automation. As machines became better and cheaper, companies no longer relied on hiring more people to produce more output. They could increase productivity without touching payroll. That broke the automatic link between how much a worker produces and how much they earn. The second force was globalization. When companies realized they could move factories or services to countries with lower wages, the bargaining power of workers in richer nations weakened. It was not a conspiracy, it was a simple calculation. If workers demanded more, companies could relocate production instead. The third force was the decline of worker bargaining power inside companies. In many countries, unions became weaker, labor protections changed, and negotiations shifted from collective decisions to individual ones. A single worker asking for a raise has far less leverage than an entire workforce negotiating together. When the power balance shifts, wages stagnate, even if the company becomes more profitable. Meanwhile, profits were rising for a different set of reasons. Financial markets became more important than traditional business activities. Companies began optimizing for shareholder value, stock price, and quarterly earnings. This created a system where any extra money went not to wages, but to buybacks, dividends, acquisitions, and executive bonuses. Even when a company becomes more profitable, the priorities of the system push money upward, not outward. There is also a simple structural fact. In many modern industries, the cost of labor is no longer the main cost. Software, automation, logistics, and global supply chains shifted the budget. If labor is a smaller piece of the puzzle, raising wages barely affects profits, but companies still avoid it because shareholders expect efficiency. The result is an economy that grows, companies that grow, and workers who do not see the benefits directly in their paychecks. Understanding this changes how the whole picture feels. It is not that someone is secretly blocking your raise. It is the structure of the economy itself that has changed. Productivity, profits, and wages no longer move together automatically. They each follow different rules now, and knowing that helps you see the system more clearly. When wages do rise, it is usually because workers gain leverage, or because companies truly need talent, not simply because profits are high. If you found this explanation helpful, consider subscribing to Simple Revenues. It helps us grow and lets us keep making calm and clear videos about how the economy really works. Thanks for watching. Simple Revenues, finance made simple.